is Monkey Figure Reviews, and today I'm back with another video for you guys. As you can see right in front of you, it is Roronoa Zoro, one of our favorite characters from One Piece. And in my opinion, this figure that you see in front of you right now is the best figure of Zoro out there right now in the market. So that's in my opinion, so feel free to challenge me, or if you think that other Zoro figures are better, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But this is really impressive. So this figure itself is actually from the only way to get it, I think it's through the Ichiban Kuji lottery. So as I mentioned before, it's basically it's like you have to buy a ticket and then you have to see what kind of prizes you win, and this is actually the prize A figure. Alright, and this is actually called the Roronoa Zoro Big Size figure. This is the name. I think the Big Size is the series name, and this should be the first of the series. They have Ace coming out later on. I can't remember when. I think maybe a few months down in the year, and the Ace looks really impressive too. Similarly, Big Size. This is supposed to be 30 cm according to them, so really huge figure. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the box. It actually comes with a box, but the box itself is just really huge. It's much bigger than this figure itself, and I don't think I can fit the box inside my frame and still reach out to it due to the limitations of my camera. So apologies on that, and we're going to move straight to Zoro himself, and I want to discuss and give a good detailed look of how this figure is like. Number one, a smiling Zoro. How rare is that? A smiling Zoro figure? When do we ever get a smiling Zoro figure? I mean, the other, probably the only other one that I can think of right now is another figure by BANPRESTO that they recently released, of him holding I think it's kind of like Swordsman series. Yeah, but he looks terrible in that, so I didn't get that figure. But this Zoro looks really good. He looks really amazing. At first I thought that his facial expression was a little bit off, but the more I look at it, the more I think it really gives off a really good Zoro vibe. When you look at the face, it's really nicely done. The eyes, the skull, his left eye, nose really sharp, the smile is really well done, the earrings as well. So you really get a little bit of cheeky vibes from Zoro. Cheeky, and like he's so confident while take down his opponent. And the bandana too, really well done. One of my favorite things of this figure is just how they gave life to the clothes that he's wearing, and we can see that later on below again. Alright, and of course, moving on to his body, we can see the muscles that they gave Zoro on his back, nicely sculpted with shading to add on a little bit of how the shapes are like. Of course, you could see these are the joints around the arms, and some people might not like it. They may not like it, but usually it's unavoidable in this kind of figures, and to me it's not a big deal at all. In the front it's not that visible, as you can see. So similarly, they have done a great job sculpting the muscles of Zoro. They're all really well defined, and the shading that they added in. Scar, it's nicely done as well. You know, it might look a little bit dark, the shading, I'm not too sure, because on camera, if it comes out the same, in real life it might look a little bit dark. And it's actually not that bad in real life. It's actually really okay, it's actually really decent, so I don't think anyone has to worry about that. But then again, of course, it's subjective and it's up to your personal preference. But for me, I think it looks really good. I guess more, how do I describe it, a more gritty kind of feeling, almost King of Artists like, you know, the King of Artists series. Okay, so next is the robes, the clothes that he's wearing below, and as I mentioned, similarly, they really give life to it. Look at that, the flow, the movement, the creases, the folds, and even the shading. They didn't save on that. And look at this red part, it's just flying up, and like all those lines. Yeah, that's why I said it's a bit like King of Artists. Similar kind of feeling to it. Get some of the white buttons here. And of course, his 3 swords. What do you think of it? I think the painting, it's nicely done. I mean, of course it's not. I mean, how great can they be? It's just good, you know? And of course, he's pulling out the action is actually Zoro pulling out his Wado Ichimonji to get ready for battle. So he got his left hand grabbing it. And actually all these swords comes in separate pieces, so you gotta actually put them in, and there's actually instructions on the back of the box that tells you how to do it, so it shouldn't be too difficult for everyone. Okay, now let's go to his feet. Last but not least, nothing much here. It's just I don't think we get a lot of shading. It's mostly black in color, little bit over here you can see, but once again the force, even though it's not really visible when you display it, but they didn't save out on that. They still did their job. And this Zoro has an ass compared to the King of Artists Zoro. It's right here. Really astounding figure. Alright, so I'm gonna do a 360 for you to get an idea of how it looks. So actually this figure comes, as you can see, it stands fine without a base, but it actually comes with a supporting stand. It's red in color that kind of links both feet together. So if you're a little bit worried, you could definitely put them on. Alright, it kind of leans a little bit forward here, so gotta be really careful. So right now I'm going to, of course, tell you the heights, and I'm gonna bring out other figures of Zoro so we can do a little bit of comparison. Right now I have the figure with most of my Zoro collection, I think. So we can have a look of how it compares, but we're gonna talk about the height first. The height is, you know, they marked it as about 30 cm, and I think it hit the mark. It's not too clear on the video due to parallax error, but it is definitely more than 30 cm and actually closer to 12 inches. So good job on their part. And over here we have the POP, Portrait Parrot Zoro. Here we have the King of Artists. Here we have the Master Stars piece. Here we have the Creator, Ex-Creator, and over here we have S Culture's Figure Colosseum. So the POP is supposed to be a 1:8 scale. This too is supposed to be a 1:7, 7.5 scale. This is on its own, and this is the S Culture's Figure Colosseum. It's actually, this figure is actually closer to the POP in terms of size. So this Zoro basically just towers above them all. And when I said that this figure, it's the best, or probably one of the best out there right now, I think you can see for yourself. In terms of the scale, that's one thing, unbeatable. In terms of the what do you call it? The quality of this figure, basically how the figure is, like the feeling, the sculpts, and third is the design, because we really get a, I would say, a really active kind of looking Zoro, you know, compared to, let's say, the POP or the Master Stars piece over here. They're more like, the actions are really kind of, you know, just stagnated. But this really shows a lot of life. It brings a lot of life to the figure, and I think that's really impressive. So I think if they keep up with this kind of quality in the big size series, it's going to be a huge change to the market is going to push the competition up, and hopefully the qualities of all figures as a whole will be brought on to a whole new level. And of course, if you're a Zoro fan, please go and get this figure. I don't think if you can try luck at a lottery. I'm not sure if it's over already. It might be. Oh shit! It might be already over. So, but I don't think it's too expensive out there. All right, and I think that's all I have for you guys. So please like the video, please share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. Thank you guys, see you again. I'll be posting more videos for this channel. Bye bye!